Hi guys, welcome to DBA Doctor. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to take a database backup using SQL Server GUI as well as command line, and how to schedule a database backup. So this backup is very necessary for developer, DBA as well as support to know about backup and how it works, because nowadays for disaster or crashing, backup is very important role. So without backup you can't be recover the database, and not only recovering the database for a staging or for a QA purpose. If you want to create new set of model, then backup is very necessity for creating a new set of model, as it is what exactly in a productions. So before moving to the chapter, if you are new to this system, kindly subscribe my channel, and coming week I'm going to demonstrate about a differential log backup and how to recover in how to recover the database point in time. So in the full database backup, we can able to recover up to some time, but for differential and log backup is needed for point in time recovery. So in this video I'm going to discuss more about the backup, and I will give you some key point how to optimize the backup size and what all query is used to find out a backup destination, and when the backup is happen, and which location backup is posted at. So let's move on the topic. In this this is the database where I'm going to take a backup. So here we have options in a GUI called a task. Just go to the task, and here you have a backup options. Just click on the backup. Here already the backup location is set it. Whenever the database is established, that time the backup set is already present. So this is the default location. So I'm going to change the default locations here. Default location is MyMS SQL backup. So I'm going to change this one to another device, that is SQL setup itself. I'm keeping the backup. Just I'm giving a backup dot bk. Is very important to recover, or else it will be in a file level. So for restoring it will be very problematic. So here I'm keeping a backup, and this one the selected locations for this backup, and this is what we are going to discuss more about backup here. This I'm taking a full backup, but we have options of differential and log. So for log backup and differential we will discuss on next sessions in detail. Here the name of the database which we are going to take, okay, and here the physical locations for the backup name which we are going to keep. This is just an alias, and here we have an options whether we don't want to break the log, then we can keep as a copy only backup. By selecting this, it will not break the log. And here we have some different options. Style append on existing backup set. So if we append the existing, means it will override, it will make that backup set, it will override, it will take that backup set itself, and it will use that backup set, and it will keep there itself. So if we will not check this, then it will create one more backup set for this, and override on existing backup set, means whatever already present, it will override that, okay. And check a media set. So here if we set the media set name, and we keep database expired, then that time the backup will not exist. Means backup will exist, but you can't able to use that backup. So that things is we have to set in expire mode. and here we have an options called verify backup when finished. So if we select this one, then it will verify whether the backup is proper, it will validate the backup pages and all, whether the pages is proper and it will not break or not. If it is break, then it will recreate the backup again. So the verify is very important. If the database is very critical, then you no need to worry about a backup page. Let's say if you are taking monthly backup, weekly once a full backup, which the file size is very high and it is very critical, and it is like in production you're keeping only one database. So and in that case, if you have a backup but that backup is verified or not, you don't know, and in some scenario the backup is you want to use the backup, but that time you found the backup is corrupted. So that time it's very worst level for you. So for avoiding that kind of scenario, if you select this verify, system will take care of backup verification. And continue with error means if any error come, that time it will continue, it will not break, it will not stop the backup, and it will continue like that. So here we have discussed something, and here we have one more options called compression. Compression means let's say backup, the size of backup is very high because some overwrite, a lot of modifications happen, and a lot of file is not used properly. That time the backup will take entire file backup, and it will keep as it is. Let's say if you are taking a 40 GB backup, it will keep 40 GB as it is. But if you keep a compression, that means whatever file size is not used, it will compress that, and it will reduce the backup size, and that backup size is present in after 2008, and it is this options available for all version after 2008 only, excepting web edition. So we have a good feature which is available, so kindly utilize this option. Okay, so I have generated the backup script here. So as I informed you earlier, this is what the disk locations which we are created new. So this is means a format. So if we say no format, then it will append on older media format. So media is nothing but we have a number of options which is available to take a backup. Okay, and to store a backup, we have a disk level backup, tape level, virtual device, and nowadays we can use Azure storage to take a backup. So we have a number of options there we can keep our backup. So here in this scenario, we have created a new backup locations, as it is saying it is formatting a old one, and init means it will keep a new set media set for that, and if we keep no init means it will overwrite on existing one. And this is the backup name, which is the alias name, which I already informed. So this all things is not required nowadays. Now for us it is not required, we can skip this. With skip means if anything goes down, like no rewind options we have selected. This all are like very in-depth knowledge which I'm sharing you. I hope you enjoy on this. So here a compression I already informed, it will compress the entire size of a backup, and these things is not required it will verify the backup, but as if now I'm avoiding this. If you require, we can keep it. Okay, so later for a scheduling backup we will keep this verifications and all, and we will see how the verification will happen, and how we can schedule expire level in today topic only. But now we are just taking a backup in command line. Okay, this is one backup. The backup is already done. Okay, and just need to say here backup is present. So I'll tell you one more thing here. If you you have not selected verify options, but you want to ensure whether that database is already verified or not, so restore verify options is present in from which we can verify our backup. Okay, is validated proper, so the backup is very good now, and we can able to restore it. So if we want to restore, let's say this is our new server, so we just have to copy the backup there, and we just have to restore database, and need to give whatever name we require, test db from disk. Okay, so and in this scenario I can take any pace of the backup. Okay, it is present in two different locations. Once the restoration is ready, that means we are good. Yeah, backup the file which we are taking, that file is already present, so the backup we have to use with more options. The file options to restore the file. Let's see here, a new file is present left here. What we are doing, we are moving the file to different location, because that we have taken a backup in same locations. Okay, same server we have taken, and we are restoring in same server. So that time that file is already present on same location, so we need to keep that backup of this file to different location, then only it will work. Okay. Okay, and yeah, backup is restored. So in this video we have covered up backup as well as restoration model. You can see here restoration is already done. So we have covered till now backup from GUI as well as a command prompt. So let me move on scheduling a backup. Okay, for scheduling a backup, this agent job should be enabled. Agent only taking care of scheduling of backups and all. Okay, you can see here you can able to see what all job is enabled and disabled and all. So here in management you have maintenance plan. Under maintenance plan you have to create one maintenance plan. I'm creating as a database backup, full database backup. Here you can see backup database task. Just click on that. Under here we have three types of backups. Just I'm clicking on full backup. Here we have three options: user, all database, or system. System means master, model, MSDB, DB, or excluding system database. Here whatever database is there it will take. So now I am not excluding or including, just taking only one database backup which we restored recently. Okay, this is the test database backup. And here we have one options ki ignore database whether if the database is online. Yeah, you can do that because it will not interrupt the database log. So we have selected that, and backup component, file group, and a lot of options are there in a backup level. So at present we are just focusing on full backup. In later video we will discuss about the differential log, and other than log backup there are a lot of options. So one by one we will go ahead and discuss. So if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Here backup locations already present, that is our default locations, but I'm taking one locations. Okay, so here we have some other options, very interesting. Okay, create a backup directory, backup file for every database. Okay, create a subdirectory for each. Okay, backup database schedule is already done and we have fixed. And after backup, let's say we have taken a backup, but we don't want to see the server is out of space or space crunches there and all. So here we have one more options, cleaning up a database. So backup cleaning up should be happen early, then only there should be a good reason. Okay, so in these locations we are cleaning will select a historical or agent and maintenance. Based on that will remove a historical older data then. Okay, this is what the function is, but this is not very good as compared to there is some other options which we can choose here. Maintenance cleanup. Okay, here backup, and in desired folder where you want to clean up, it is include a first level folder, whatever folder is present there with extension of BAK, whatever file is there If the file is older than 4 weeks, then we can remove, or we can keep older than 1 week, we can, or 1 day, we can delete. Like that we can schedule it. So if it is scheduled, that means older backup is removing automatically. This is like a database schedule is done, but then it should be done. That is very important and challenging task. So it's a recurring or one time, like that. You see, it is a recurring, and it should be run every day, once in a day, and that day should be a 12 o'clock. Okay, and start date today and no end days. There, if you want to specify only 1 day, then you can specify here should be run one time, that then it will be considered for one time, or else monthly or yearly. And automatically when SQL agent start, when CPU is idle, like that we have different options here, and based on our requirement we can do it. So I believe the job is done, and we are going to execute the job. You can see here job is, I am running now. It's a manual. So manual process, first it will be cleaning the unwanted backup file which is present on that locations, which already we have taken that. Also it will clean up because the extension is BAK. Okay, if it is more than 1 day, and it is executed success to, now it's manual, and next schedule will be of 12 o'clock of today night, right? So already come to end. We have covered up how to take a database backup, and how to restore a backup, how to schedule a backup with different mode, GUI mode, and how to create a maintenance plan for a backup, and how to restore the backup. So hope you have enjoyed my session. If you have any concern, any doubt, kindly drop on my comment box, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to DBA Doctor. Stay be online. We will meet on our next topic, the differential backup and log backup, how to take and restore differential and log backup, how to recover in point in time recovery. Thank you so much.